Have you ever spent an entire day knowing exactly what you need to do, staring at the task, and yet you just can't move? You sit there, scrolling through your phone, watching the hours tick by, while a heavy pit of guilt grows in your stomach. You tell yourself, "I'm just being lazy. I just need to try harder." But deep down, you know trying harder hasn't worked for months. Here is the truth that we are going to uncover today. You are not lazy. You are likely in a state of functional freeze. You aren't failing at life. You are experiencing a physiological block that no amount of willpower can simply push through. Today, we aren't just talking about productivity hacks. We are talking about rebuilding. We are going to dismantle the myth of laziness and give you the blueprint to rebuild your momentum from the ground up.
Welcome back to Journey to Radiant. If you are new here, this is a space where we focus on sustainable growth, not just hustling until you drop. Today, we are tackling one of the most pervasive and damaging lies in the personal development world. The idea that if you aren't producing, you are failing. If you have been feeling stuck, unmotivated, or constantly exhausted despite sleeping, this video is specifically for you. We are going to look at this through a problem and solution framework. First, we have to identify why your brain has hit the brakes. Then, we are going to look at the hidden blocks like anxiety, burnout, and fear that masquerade as laziness. Finally, I'm going to give you 3 specific, actionable steps to start rebuilding your energy and your focus. Please, put down the to-do list for the next 10 minutes. You don't need to do anything right now except listen. Let's shift our perspective from self-blame to self-understanding. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room, the laziness lie. We live in a culture that equates your worth as a human being with your output. If you are building, creating, or working, you are good. If you are resting, pausing, or struggling, you are labeled lazy. But here is what psychology tells us. Laziness, as a character trait, doesn't really exist. It is almost always a symptom, not the cause. When you see someone who looks lazy, someone who isn't doing the things they say they want to do, you are usually looking at a person who is overwhelmed, afraid, or exhausted. Think about the last time you felt lazy. Were you actually having a great time, laughing and enjoying your slothfulness? Or were you sitting on the couch, paralyzed by shame, mentally screaming at yourself to get up, but feeling like your limbs weighed 1,000 pounds? There is a massive difference between choosing to relax and being unable to act. True relaxation is restorative. The state you are likely in is draining. This is what social psychologist Devon Price refers to when they talk about the laziness lie. It's a belief system that tells us we are never doing enough. When you buy into this lie, you enter a cycle of shame. You feel stuck, so you shame yourself for being lazy. That shame drains your energy even further, making it even harder to complete the task, which makes you feel more stuck. It is a self-perpetuating loop. The only way to break it is to stop calling it laziness. You have to understand that your body and mind are designed for survival. If your brain perceives a threat, and that threat can be a fear of failure, a fear of judgment, or even just pure exhaustion, it will pull the emergency brake. That stuckness is actually a protection mechanism. Your brain is trying to keep you safe from a perceived danger. So, the first step in rebuilding is to drop the label. You aren't lazy, you are protecting yourself. The question is, from what? Once we stop calling it laziness, we can actually look under the hood and see what's broken. Usually, when we feel unable to move forward, it's due to one of 3 hidden blocks. The first block is anxiety and the fear of failure. This often looks like procrastination. You have a big project or a life goal, but it feels so important that the idea of messing it up is terrifying. So, your brain decides that it is safer to not start at all than to start and fail. This is the freeze response. In the wild, if a predator chases you, you might fight or flee. But if the predator is right on top of you, You freeze. You play dead. In the modern world, your predator is that email you haven't opened or that gym routine you haven't started. You are frozen because you are scared, not because you don't care. The second block is perfectionism. This is the sneaky cousin of anxiety. Perfectionism isn't about having high standards. It's about control. It's the belief that if I can't do this perfectly, I shouldn't do it at all. This leads to what we call all or nothing thinking. You miss one day of your new diet, so you figure the whole week is ruined and give up. That isn't laziness. That is a rigid psychological framework that doesn't allow for human error. The third, and perhaps most common block, is burnout. Authentic burnout is not just being tired. It is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. It occurs when you feel overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and unable to meet constant demands. When you are burned out, your executive function, the part of your brain responsible for planning, focusing, and juggling tasks, goes offline. It's like trying to start a car with a dead battery. You can turn the key, which is your willpower, as hard as you want, but the engine simply will not turn over. If you keep turning the key, you're just going to damage the ignition. If you are in this state, trying to push through is the worst thing you can do. It's like running on a broken leg. You don't need motivation right now, you need regulation. You need to calm your nervous system down so that it feels safe enough to take the parking brake off. Take a second to ask yourself, which block is it? Are you scared of the outcome? Are you demanding perfection, or is your tank completely empty? Identifying the block is 50% of the solution. Now that we know what we are fighting, how do we start rebuilding? How do we get from stuck to moving? We are going to use a 3-step approach to thaw the freeze response. Step 1 is what I call the floor, not the ceiling. When we want to change, we usually look at the ceiling, the ideal version of the habit. I'm going to work out for an hour every day. When you are blocked, the ceiling is impossible. You need to find the floor. What is the absolute smallest version of the task that feels almost too easy to do? If you can't clean the house, can you pick up one sock? If you can't write the essay, can you open the document and write the title? This isn't about getting the task done. It's about proving to your nervous system that it is safe to take action. You are rebuilding the neural pathway of initiation. Success breeds success. Doing one tiny thing releases a tiny hit of dopamine, which gives you just enough fuel to do the next tiny thing. Step 2 is compassionate curiosity. This is a mental shift. Usually when we are stuck, our internal monologue is abusive. You're pathetic. Just do it. Does that ever work? No. It makes you feel smaller. I want you to try talking to yourself like you would a friend or a small child who is scared. Replace judgment with curiosity. Instead of, "Why are you so lazy?" ask, "What is making this feel so heavy right now?" When you treat yourself with compassion, you lower the cortisol, stress hormone, in your body. Lower stress means your prefrontal cortex, the thinking part of your brain, can come back online. You literally cannot shame yourself into sustainable change. You have to love yourself into it. Step 3 is distinguishing rest from numbing. This is crucial for the burnout block. When we are stuck, we often numb out by scrolling social media, binge-watching TV, or overeating. We call this relaxing, but it's actually active stimulation. Your brain is still processing information. To rebuild, you need actual rest. This means low stimulation activities, staring out a window, taking a slow walk without a podcast, or lying on the floor for 10 minutes. This allows your brain to process the backlog of stress. It feels boring at first, but boredom is the precursor to creativity and motivation. Give your mind the space to reset, and you will be surprised at how naturally the urge to do comes back. Rebuilding isn't about becoming a productivity machine overnight. It is about slowly, gently teaching your body that it is safe to move forward again. Remember, the goal here at Journey to Radiant isn't to be perfect, it's to be present in your own growth. You are not broken, you are not lazy, you are simply a human being navigating a complex world, and sometimes you get blocked. That is okay. What matters is that you now have the tools to identify that block and gently move it aside. If this video resonated with you, or if you realized during this video that you've been fighting a hidden block, please let me know in the comments below. Which block did you identify with most? Anxiety, perfectionism, or burnout? I read every comment and I'd love to hear your story. Don't forget to hit that like button to help this video reach others who are feeling stuck. And subscribe to Journey to Radiant for more content on rebuilding a life you actually love living. Be patient with yourself today. You are doing better than you think. I'll see you in the next video.